I'm going to be attempting to find my next 5-star read. I don't know about other readers, but I'm pretty sure that most of our goals is to find a 5-star read. There's no better feeling than picking up a book and setting it down and like 3 hours have passed and you've read 200 pages because it's so good. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it is. 5-star reads can be hard to put in words. What makes a book 5 stars? I have to connect with the characters. I don't want to put it down. I just want to keep reading to figure out what happened. It's an enticing story and it just has that je ne sais quoi that non-5-star books just don't have. Je ne sais quoi is a French word which means something that cannot be adequately described or expressed, and before the French come for me, I know I am probably pronouncing this wrong. This Emily has not been to Paris, so I sincerely apologize. So that's what we're doing today. We're attempting to find my next 5-star read. I've had about 10 5-star reads already this year. Just read Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows, both 5-star reads. Can we keep the streak going? The first book I'm going to be reading is one that I put down before when I was reading Throne of Glass, and that is Longitude by Dava Sobel. Dava? It is a New York Times bestseller. I just realized that. Like I said, I put it down, which isn't like a good 5-star read sign, but I'm picking it back up, and that is a good sign. So I am 60 pages in. This is like a little short and sweet book, like the size of my head. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that. This book just tells the story of the discovery of longitude, which I find interesting. It actually says on the top, as much of a tale of intrigue as it is of science, a book full of gems for anyone interested in history, biography, astronomy, navigation, clockmaking, and not the least, plain old human ambition and greed. Okay, that's a good hype sentence. That's all I have to say. Oh, I do have one more thing to say. Andrew Huberman recommended this book, and that is why I'm reading it. He was on like Rick Rubin's podcast, I think, and he was talking about books he always would tell his students about, and this was one of them. And so I immediately put it on hold in my library because I do almost everything Andrew Huberman says to do. Not everything, but almost. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking and get reading. Oh, I just realized, if you don't know what longitude is, it is the imaginary lines that go around the earth and they connect the North and South Pole. So, and it's kind of like time zones. Negative 24 hours or 24 hours is through Greenwich, I believe, in the UK. Latitude is how far you are away from the equator. I learn something new every day. I still get them confused, so. Anywho. Hello, it is the next day and I got to page 100 in this book, so a little over halfway, and it's not gonna be 5 stars, you guys. It doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that horribly. Interesting story about old white men and clocks. I'm gonna finish it. It's just not gonna be the 5-star read that ends this video. So I picked up last night when I put that down, this book right here. I picked this up for this video because I think Love Theoretically was 5 stars for me. Love on the Brain was 4, and then The Love Hypothesis was 4.5. So this had the very high possibility of me rating it 5 stars. And, you know, I picked it up last night, and it's one of those books where you're gonna stay up till 2 a.m. reading. I got halfway through it. I'm on page 174. I did hear some things about this book before going into it. The first of which being its young adult rating. I do not think this should be a young adult book. Like, would I hand this book to a 12-year-old? No. It just talks about explicit things. I'm not controlling what kids read, so I don't know. And I looked it up. I did. I'm like, what is young adult? In science, it's more like 18 to 26. And yeah, I'm 24, like I would recommend this book for that age range for sure. But the American what is it? The American Library Association says young adults are defined as individuals from 12 to 18. Is that gonna stop me from giving this book 5 stars? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Also, I don't know if this will be 5 stars. It's looking like a very highly rated book for me. So we'll see. I do love the main character in this book. I'm a STEM girly, so I have a degree in biology, and you know, I love the STEM girly romances. I do think the characters could be a little stronger, because what kind of annoys me is it's so obvious that the guy's into them and they're like, he hates me. That's the one thing, but I do feel like I relate to her. Also, why this could potentially be a 5 stars is I was literally underlining. I never underline books. I don't know, I'm so weird about it, you guys. Do you underline books? How do you annotate your books? Please let me know, because I kind of want to get into it after I underlined one sentence of a book I own. Anyways, it says, Easton gathers our team around her like she's Tony Stark briefing the Avengers, but instead of quippy one-liners, she hands out Patterson chess club pins. I only unlined that because of the Tony Stark reference. He is my favorite Avenger, okay? One of my favorites, I should say. It's hard to pick a favorite because there's Spider-Man, there's Captain America, there's Black Panther, R.I.P. Okay, anyways, before I get a little teary-eyed. So I underlined that, which is a big deal for me. But please let me know how you underline and annotate your books, because I kind of want to get into it. And I've seen people put the dates that they read the book in the beginning, and I think that would be so much fun. So maybe I will start doing that. We'll see. I just have to get over that hurdle of writing in the book. I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, I'm ruining the book, but this is like my book. I can do what I want with it. I'm gonna keep reading this right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if I finish this today. And then we're gonna find out if this video ends. It's possible. It is possible. Hello, it is much later. I'm on page 293. I am going to be finishing this book tonight, I know it. And that third act conflict was just not it. It just wasn't it for me. And again, this just shouldn't be like a young adult book. I just read Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. Young adult book. This... It won, you guys, the 2023 Goodreads Choice Awards for Young Adult Fiction. How is this young adult? Please inform me, because I don't know. Can I just say I'm loving the chess stuff though? Like, it hits. It's so fun. How their mind works, I'm kind of like, I get you. And both the male main character and the female main character are left-handed. And guess who's left-handed? Lefties, rise up. Rise up. We're underappreciated. Very, very little left in this book. I think like 60 pages. Oh, not even. 50. Barely. So this book will be done tonight, and we will give it a final rating. I'm less hopeful that it's gonna be 5 stars. I'm thinking like a 4, 4.5, but I just don't think it's a 5 star. That third act conflict kind of ruined it for me. I got to be honest. Maybe the resolution will make up for it. Let's find out. Oh, I also just have to say, side character Oz, preach. Preach, my boy. He's just spitting facts. Why did I say that? Ew. But it's true. next day and I finished this book last night. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Don't know if that's a surprise from everything that I talked about. The chess part was like the most exciting part of the book, and that was really cool. I did like the main character. The male main character I enjoyed, but I just wanted to see more of him. I would recommend reading it, and like if you're controlling what young people read, maybe read this before you give it to them. I don't know. Yeah, 4 stars. And this video is going to be continuing. I did start the next book in my attempt to find a 5-star read. I did start The Love Wager on my Kindle last night by Lynn. I read the first one, the Mr. Wrong Number, from the library like months and months ago. And I saw this and I was like, you know what? It's February, it's the month of love. I'm in for a good romance time. I'm enjoying it so far. Will it be a 5-star read? It's hard to say. I'm only like 13% of the way through, but we're just gonna see. Gonna keep reading and I'll give you guys updates probably quick. This is like only a 315-page book, so I'm sure I'll finish it today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I really want to find a 5-star book, you guys. I have read so many 5-star books this year already, and now when I film this video, none of the books are 5. I mean, I only read 2 books so far, but neither of them were 5 stars. The struggle is real. I took her to Barnes & Noble, so she's in bookish heaven at the moment. It's all it takes. A trip to Barnes & Noble. I'm sorry. Like first date awkwardness, I just like can't help but giggle. Oh my gosh. People are so awkward, you guys. You have no idea. Yeah, it's just funny the way what they're talking about and how Lynn Painter is like writing about it. It's real and hilarious at the same time. I'm enjoying this. I'm cringing so hard. Hello, it's a little later and I'm just on page 98. Both of the main characters are on like another first date because like that's their thing. Not with each other, with different people. And why is every first date she goes on like reenactments of dates I have been on in real life? I'm like, does Lynn Painter know my dating life? I'm like, how does she know this? How does she know my life? I know, these are like probably more universal experiences, but I just think it's funny. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. We have a change of scenery because I got hungry and then I get an idea in my mind and I have to do it. So drove 30 minutes from my house to get Freddy's. What is Freddy's? If you don't know, I'm sorry, but also you're welcome because now you will know. It is a steak burger place and it was by my old house and then I moved and I haven't had it in such a long time. I needed it and I'm just gonna sit here in my car by myself and read and eat Freddy's and I'm honestly really excited about it. Anyways, I got a chocolate shake. Yeah, sure. Okay, they also have the best fries. Don't tell me that the shoestring fries are not the best, but what makes Freddy's great? Jalapeno steak sauce. It is so good. And he put like 4 in here, so you best believe these are coming home with me. Oh, it looks kind of sad, but it's a steak burger, so they're really flat. Hold the phone. That's fire. Speechless. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna absolutely savor my Freddy's. I'm really enjoying this book, you guys. Now the question remains, is it gonna be 5 stars? I don't know. I normally don't just give like plain romances 5 stars. There's a couple that I have. Love Theoretically, 5 stars. The 7-Year Slip, 5 stars. Romances, okay? Is this giving that? Maybe. Right now it's sitting in the 4 to 5 area, like most books do for me. So we'll have to find out. Hold on. Yeah, it's true you got a man, but the funny ain't gonna stop till you make it. And literally, do you see this man? Why do men? Ugh. I'm like parked in the back of the parking lot by no one. Men. Ugh. I'm just kidding. Please don't take anything I say seriously. Actually though. Unless my name's on a scientific publication. Didn't take that seriously. Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon now, but I finished The Love Wager a couple days ago and I gave it a 4 stars. I enjoyed it and I enjoyed the romance and the characters were fine. It just was, again, missing that je ne sais quoi. I just like don't know how to say it in English, you know, that like certain thing that a 5-star book has. Would recommend. It's a super easy, like no brain power romance. And then I went to the library yesterday because I put this book on hold and I was gonna read this, and then I saw this book there. None of this is true. It's a really popular book right now and I'm pretty sure it's like a thriller mystery. I'm pretty sure the wait list at my library is probably like around 100 people for this book and they just had it there. So I'm like, okay, that's exciting. So I have to return this one in a week. So I'm gonna read this one first. This one I get for a little longer. So if I don't rate this 5 stars, this one will probably be my next read in this video. And you guys, I'm like really strong. I know I've only read 3 books in this video so far, but still I'm like, I want to rate a book 5 stars. Like I just want, well, I don't want to rate like just like any book 5 stars. I want to read a 5-star book because I feel like I'm gonna go into a book slump if I don't read a really good book. I'm hoping a mystery thriller will elicit a 5-star rating. I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't read a mystery thriller since I read Gone Girl like years ago. So when I first got it from the library, I read the prologue and I was like, what? This is so weird. The prologue was very intriguing and then I just read chapter 1 this morning and I'm already kind of like, okay, this is interesting. I'm excited to read more and figure out what happens. Apparently people who read this just like can't put it down. Someone on the back compared it to Verity by Colleen Hoover. Emily Henry. Oh, I love Emily Henry. She compared it to Verity by Colleen Hoover and I liked that book. So we're going to read this today and let's see if it's 5 stars. I like have not moved from this spot. So I read it to page 103 and I'm hooked. I'm curious. I'm like, what's gonna happen? The one character, Josie, seems very strange and I'm just so curious. It's so strange. Getting back into like a mystery thriller. Reading this is reminding me of when I used to listen to Crime Junkie a lot and how they would like lay out the story. I'm enticed, to be sure. There's that element of mystery and not knowing, and that's what's propelling me forward. Not sure at this point about a rating, but I think I have 250 pages to go. So we'll see. I don't know. I have no plans, you guys. So maybe I'll finish it today. Maybe I won't. This is so weird. Page 135. I'm just like, no words. This is so strange. I just need to know what happens. here today to give you our final review of this book right here. Thor, what did you think? He doesn't care. Okay. So I finished this yesterday. I literally read it in a day. And that is literally one day. I did not move from where Thor is all of yesterday. I just sat there and read this book. So you might be thinking, okay, the video's over, it's 5 stars. It wasn't 5 stars. It was 4 stars. I was gripped, I was enticed, I just needed to read to know what happened. Why is it not 5 stars? You may be asking. It is not 5 stars because it was very telling instead of showing, which I'm not sure if it was done on purpose. It kind of seems like it was just the way the book was formatted. It's a thriller mystery, and it's kind of like about this girl who does a podcast and meets her birthday twin. And she has her birthday twin on this podcast, and just things unfold from there. It gets pretty crazy. Some tragic things happen. Yeah, it was just very telly and not very showy. Show me, don't tell me. Also, I just cannot believe. I know this is a fiction book, but there's definitely people out there in the world that are just actually crazy like that. This book really reminded me that another person's reality is totally different than mine. And that's how every single person is. It's your reality is up here, not actually what's physically in the world. Okay, we're getting a little philosophical, but yeah. 4 stars, very fast, very crazy. I'm gonna stop talking about this and then we're gonna talk about my next book, okay? Okay. The next book that I'm reading is Carrie, Soto is Back by Jenkins Reid. And I think this has the potential to be 5 stars because strong female character, sports, tennis, that's fun. And The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I gave that a 5 stars. And then I gave Malibu Rising a 4 stars. So she just has very highly rated books from me. And I haven't started it yet, but we are going to be starting it together today. That's all I know about this book really, is tennis and a strong female character. So let's get into it. Hello, I am back and I've made it pretty far. I'm 162 pages and you guys, I was not holding out hope right away, really into it. And then up until page 70, very just sad. I'm like, this is not gonna be a 5-star read, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Emily, just let it go and enjoy the book. I'm like, I'm gonna have to read another book for this video. And I'm like, let it go. Enjoy the book you're reading. And then we got to the comeback part of the book. So the first part was kind of her history, and then now we're at the comeback, and Carrie Soto is back, which is the main section of the book. And oh my gosh, I am enjoying it so much. I'm on page 163. It's flying by. I'm enjoying her character. I did not think this book would make me think of how I want to be a parent, but it has. The main character is so intense. I love her thought processes and her line of thinking and her attitude towards winning and other people. And it's so interesting too about how she views men and relationships. I enjoy her relationship with her and her father, but it's interesting. This is why I'm thinking about how I might want to be a parent. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so much. I was really worried there for a second, you guys. But I think this has a lot of potential. I have much of the book to go. I think I'm around halfway, probably 45% through. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading. Hopefully keep enjoying it. I love Jenkins Reid's stories and how she creates characters, and this is fun. It's first POV, and it's just a wonderful time in this person's head. It's actually kind of fun, and the tennis aspect is really fun. I've been into tennis recently, pretty much since Coco won. Was that Wimbledon or the US Open? I think it was the US Open. It's Coco Gauff. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Maybe I'm saying it right. Won the US Open in 2023. That was so much fun and really got me into tennis. And then I watched whatever that Will Smith movie is about tennis. And now I want to watch the Zendaya movie about tennis too. I don't know. Me and tennis. I'm having a good time. And I'm going to keep reading and hopefully keep having a good time. I did not think I would be like on the verge of tears because of this book. Oh my god. Alright, hello. The time has come. I finished this book and it got 5 stars. This video is over. This book was amazing. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying me on this journey. I should probably give a little bit more review. I loved the main character. I loved the romance subplot. The first couple hundred pages were not my favorite, but the rest of the book, incredible. The development of the character, the relationships, the love, the loss, the exploring the character did of herself. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The tennis. Loved the tennis. 5 stars. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. If you read any of these books or have read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye!